everyone, you may be looking at your screens right now and wondering, where's the professor? I come here every single week to see Professor Will talk about all my Marvel books. Well, too bad. You're not even gonna get any Marvel this time around.
None.
Well, okay, you're gonna need a little bit of Marvel. None of that legacy crap, though.
No.
You gotta go elsewhere for that. By elsewhere, I mean the link right underneath this video where my amazing partner here, Casey, talks with Will about all the shiny new Marvel Legacy comics.
Of which there are many.
There are so many, actually, like a shocking amount.
Yes.
You kind of look at the list online, you're like, okay, you know, that's kind of a lot, but then when they start coming in, you're like, okay, it'll be like 2 a week, right? No, it's like 6 this week, 12 next week, 32 the week after that.
53 to
My
get
God.
like 53 in 2 months.
Yes, but despite the lack of legacy here, there is no shortage of other great comics from other great publishers, which we will, you know, just go ahead and dive right into right here. Why not? What you got for me, Casey?
So we have the Predator versus the Judge Dredd versus the Aliens. 3 of the greatest sci-fi movie properties, well, okay, 2 of the greatest sci-fi movie properties and one of the greatest long-running British comic books all join forces to just have fun and kill things and be very violent. This is very violent. But you've got John Layman, who recently finished up Chew, which was fantastic, teaming up with Chris Mooneyham, who did 5 Ghosts for Image, which was really fun, to bring you the story of these 3 very different but very similar at times, all kind of hunters and survivors as they do battle in the jungle and in the cities of the future, in addition to lots of weird mutants and kind of strange anamorphic mercenaries and stuff like that. Who will survive? Probably no humans. Probably Judge Dredd would be the only human that would survive, I would assume.
But does he even count as human at this point?
Not really.
He's just the law.
He
Plain
is
and
the
simple.
law. It's true. But this really looks like a lot of fun. It took forever to come out, so it's possible you might have missed some issues, so we got everything here in one book.
And next up, why not keep the crossovers going?
There you go.
DC and Archie bring you Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica. Because, like most things like this, why not?
Seriously.
Archie has been doing a lot of really bizarro crossovers the last few years, and they seem to have no intention of stopping. And who better to have a totally irreverent crossbreed with than Harley Quinn, the most irreverent character this side of Deadpool.
That's right. You'd almost say she's DC's Deadpool.
Right? Huh, you know what? Now that you mention that, Red and Black, the slapstick comedy,
The violence?
Casey, you might be onto something.
Maybe.
This comes to you from the team of actually Paul Dini, who created Harley Quinn for the animated series in the 90s.
Yep.
Mark Andreyko and Laura Braga on art here.
Did the DC Bombshells, I think.
Ah, gotcha. And you got the 2 duos here meeting under strange circumstances. In fact, you know, the kind of circumstances that a lot of everyday people can relate to with, you know, you just show up somewhere for a party and you're like, hey, those 2 are wearing the same thing that I am. It's really, you know, as big as these characters may be, there's always a human core.
That's right, there needs to be. My next pick is more violence. We've got the return of Garth Ennis to the Punisher, the character that he was born to write, and his frequent collaborator, Goran Parlov, teaming up to tell you once more the story of Punisher in Vietnam. Because you can never get enough Vietnam Punisher. They've revamped his origin many times over the years and, you know, changed the wars that birthed the Punisher, but nothing can really compare to Vietnam, the hellfire, the vicious stupidity of it all. And this is just, it's just Garth Ennis doing what he really, you know, it's, you know, it's really stupid, kind of humorous jokes, black humor stuff mixed with really violence, and then really hard-hitting, kind of poignant war moments that kind of last and linger with you. This is a 6-issue mini, and I'm sure is to have many, many bullet holes in many people on both sides. And this is a Marvel Max book, which we haven't seen a Marvel Max book.
Yeah, I didn't realize that mine was still a thing.
Exactly, I didn't even know it was a thing either. And of course, Jordi Belair providing colors on this, because who else is coloring comics these days?
Yeah, right. Alright, yeah, why not stick with the big deal crossovers here, because there is never any shortage of them. It's time for this week's dose of metal. The first book I've got for you on the metal side of things is Batman the Dawnbreaker. This is the Green Lantern Batman. We've previously seen the Murder Machine and the Red Death, Cyborg and the Flash, respectively. This is by the team of Sam Humphries and Ethan Van Sciver, and they show a Bruce Wayne who, literally like seconds after seeing his parents gunned down, is given a Green Lantern ring. And instead of being like, hey, yeah, I'll go out and save the universe, and Jonkey's like, hey, bro, my parents are dead. You want to just kill this dude for me? And he manages to, like, be so overcome with grief that his willpower overloads the ring and, like, breaks through the no-killing protocol, and everything just gets worse from there.
Yeah.
Ethan Van Sciver is obviously a master of his game after, like, 20-plus years in comics, and when he really takes his time to focus on a project like this, it shows. And meanwhile, over in the Gotham Resistance, we've actually got the finale of that storyline. That was over a lot quicker than I expected, in Green Arrow number 32. This is by Ben Percy, the regular Green Arrow writer, and Juan Ferreira. That's about it there. I mean, it's just, you know what the story's going to display, right?
Yeah, right? Evil Riddler.
Oh, it's Bane this time.
Oh, was it Bane this time? Okay.
Different boss every week.
Yeah, right, cycling through the Batman villains.
Which kind of makes me want a metal side-scroller, but...
My next pick is new from Image and longtime comics vet Dan Panosian, who is really phenomenal, and I'm very excited to see him writing and drawing his own series, gritty crime stuff in the vein of kind of a Alex Toth-y almost looking book here. There's a lot of character to this. Looks really, really nice. Lots of cool zip-a-tone. The lettering in this is really fantastic as well. Boxing, kind of down on his luck boxer, takes place in Vegas, which is always good for a story about crime, the city of sin. And I'm just very excited that Dan Panosian's like doing regular work that's not, you know, it's not like some kind of big company or anything like that, which is really cool.
Or, you know, published in Europe where we
Or
can't
published,
get it.
Exactly. Yeah, this is from Skybound, which is Robert Kirkman's imprint under Image, which has been bringing you lots of good stuff, including another book that I will talk about later.
Alright, and, wow, look at that. I've got more Batman for you. That's going to be a bit of a theme here.
It is.
This is Batman issue 32. It is both an ending and a beginning. The end of the War of Jokes and Riddles, Tom King and Mikael Janin's sort of flashback epic, of which it's kind of obvious what it's about, right? It's Joker and Riddler having a war. Not very subtle there.
No.
But it's also the beginning of Oliver Coipel's run as Batman cover artist. Look at that. Do you see the hatching on this cover? Do you see that? Do you see the city up in flames? Yeah. That's going on the wall right there, honestly. Yeah, it's pretty neat. There may or may not be some sort of follow-up on the whole big development in present-day Batman's life, or...
With a certain feline, femme feline.
You might want to just grab, like, 3 copies of this one.
Right.
It's a key issue, as they say.
Yeah. And another huge artist doing writing and drawing duties on the Batman. We've got Sean Murphy's Batman White Knight. This is a 8-issue mini that focuses on the Joker becoming the hero of Gotham. And if you've read anything by Sean Murphy, you know that there's just ink slinging everywhere, which is a good theme for Inktober this month. And you got Matt Hollingsworth on colors. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. I love his Batman. His Batman is really, really thick. And we've only been able to see short little bits that Sean Murphy's done before just because he kind of takes a little longer to do the work. But he just finished up Tokyo Ghost with Rick Remender, which was amazing. And now he's moving to the biggest paycheck that exists, which is the DC Batman money. Very, very excited for this. This should be a lot of fun. And should be a cool perspective change from just seeing constantly Bruce Wayne as the hero. So,
Alright, and you thought it was done with Batman? Did you really? No. But you know who is done with Batman? At least outside of the big, giant crossover going on right now. Scott Snyder is wrapping up his run on All-Star Batman here, along with Raphael Albuquerque. This is the final chapter of The First Ally. Which is a story all about Batman's relationship with Alfred and Alfred's relationship with a mentor of his own. I can't say much more than that because it's like kind of spoilers and all that.
Yeah.
But the point is, this is a bloody showdown involving a lost pirate ship and a whole lot of knives. Also featuring a really cool backup story by the brothers. Fumara. Or, no, I guess actually just Sebastian Fumara. Huh. Thought the other one was on this too, but Raphael Albuquerque and Raphael Scavone wrote that one as well.
And my final pick of the week is the return of my favorite book that's coming out, Extremity by Daniel Warren Johnson. I've talked about this at length. And after the end of the first arc, which was extremely hard-hitting, you see Thea and her brother have been ostracized by her bloodthirsty and revenge-driven father after attempting to pretty much kill his own children in a attempt to get revenge, which is pretty heavy.
Yeah,
and the loss of my favorite character, Hobie, who had the little piece of cheese in his eye so the bird could eat it.
Oh, I haven't read that yet.
So, spoilers, whatever, too late. But you've got Daniel Warren Johnson just being a badass in general here. This is one of the best drawn books on the rack. And we're into Arc 2 of the 2-arc book that will end at 12, and I can only assume it's going to get more emotionally vicious.
Is this bird at least still alive?
The bird did live.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You can't just kill the bird.
No, we're not that vicious, but...
It's like killing the dog, man. You just don't do it.
Well, they even didn't kill Lion Cat. Brian K. Vaughan knew that, you can't just outright kill Lion Cat.
I have one last very big book here. The new printing of Xenozoic by Mark Schultz. Formerly known as Xenozoic Tales, and sometimes known as Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. You may remember the cartoon or the arcade game. Turns out there was a comic before all that.
Oh my God.
Whoa! A masterfully crafted comic at that. Mark Schultz is up there in terms of artistry with like the late Dave Stevens, even Frank Frazetta as someone who can bring you like really like turbocharged, like super physical action adventure in a way that not many people can. You've got giant monsters, and not just dinosaurs, but like really weird like undersea giants, cavemen, strange kingdoms, and lots of fisticuffs. And a Cadillac or two, maybe.
Yeah, and some beautiful women, of course.
Yeah, one or two of those.
Yeah.
There's some cheesecake in there.
Indeed. And that's about it. Make sure to watch the Marvel video as well for those who need some of the awesome new stuff from the House of Ideas. And come on in, get your comics, and we will see you all next week.